If you are a beginner and you kept hearing people say contribute to open source, but you don't know how to contribute to it, so this video is for you. In this video, I will be explaining each and every step you need to contribute to open source from very basic, and we will go to advanced level. First of all, you have to understand the basics of open source. So, what is open source? Why we should contribute to it? Let's dive into it. Hi, my name is Junaid. And first, we have the basics of open source, like what is open source. So basically, open source software are those software which code is publicly available on internet, like on GitHub, on GitLab, Bitbucket, or something other website. So these software are called open source software. We can use it, we can modify it, we can host it on our own cloud. Each open source project have some uh, members involved in it, like there are some users, there are contributors who enhance the feature, there are maintainers who review code and PRs. So that's it, a little brief about what is open source. Next we have why and where to start, like why you should contribute to open source. So open source help you to build your professional proof of work. It helps you to learn in production. So in this AI word, it is also a differentiate factor from someone who is just building projects with AI, and it also help in a resume. You can also earn money from open source by hackathons, internships, bug bounties, and all this stuff. Next, we have some basic knowledge about the terminologies of open source and GitHub. So we will be discussing more about GitHub. Every platform is like similar. So if you understand GitHub, you will also understand the other platforms. We have some uh, terms like repos, readme, issues, labels. Let me show you on GitHub in practical. First, we have a repo or repository. So, repo or repository is a folder where we have all the code. It is like a storage or cloud storage where we have all the code in one place, and we can see it, we can contribute to it, we can download the code from this repo. So this is called repo. This is the repo of Apache Beam, which is a very famous software. You can see that it is a repo. Next we have something called fork. Fork is basically the copy of this main repo in your profile. It is like copying this repo into your profile. When you click on fork, it will open a menu in which you can fork it to your own profile. I already have this fork, so I can't create two forks in my profile. So this is forks. Next we have something called issues. So issues are something like a bug that is faced by people, or a feature request, or any task. Like if you like the project like Apache Beam, you use it, you download it locally, and you are using it. Then you realize that this project should have this feature. So you go to the issues and click on new issue, and here we have some templates. Every repository have its own specific templates. So it have 3 to 4 templates. You can click on feature request or request any feature. So someone who is contributor to Apache Beam can see your issue and make a pull request to add that feature. So next we have a pull request. So pull request basically is the pull request or PR is when you ask. So PR is like changes uh, in the repository. Like if you have open an issue to add JavaScript support in Apache Beam, and someone sees that, or you can also contribute to it if you want. You can see someone have pick your issue, and make changes, edit the support of JavaScript, and push the code to its own fork. Then make a pull request. Uh, so make the changes and link that changes to the main repo. Then it is called pull request, which have all the changes, all the discussions, each and everything related to your specific issues like JavaScript support. So this is one pull request that you can see that it have only one file changed, and it is doing some data flow streaming work. You can see some comments, and so this is next thing, which is called CI checks. Every repository has its own custom rules of CI checks, like building the code. Some have about database, end-to-end test, unit test. So you can see that here we have some tests like 21, Java test and Go test, JavaScript test. Every repo has its own, and if all checks are green, then your PR have high chances of getting merged. So this is a little bit about a pull request. It can also be called merge request if you are using GitLab, which is also a open source platform, where the code is, you can it is also called merge request. And the merge is like, if it got merged, then this code will be the part of the main project. You can see that you can click on closed PRs, and you can see these PR are merged with this purple one, and this code is have become the part of the main project. So these are the pull requests. And now next we have something like clone, git clone. You can see that when you copy this URL and go to your terminal, and you, so I in this folder, if I run git clone, so what it will do, it will download all the source code to my local machine, which is also necessary for or contributing to open source. Because you change code in your local environment, then you can push do on your own fork, then you can make the pull request. And don't worry if you feel like this workflow very complex, or don't understanding much. If you do it 2 to 3 times, then it will become very easy for you. So open source is not much difficult, it is very easy, trust me. The next important things are contributing.md and readme.md files. Like if you go to the end, you can see the readme file, which have information about what this project is, how to set up it locally, and how to contribute to it. Like you can see that all the information about this specific project, which is Apache Beam. And when you click on this contributing, or you can find also here contributing.md file. So when you click on contributing to so it will show you how you can contribute to this Apache Beam project, and what you need, what are the prerequisites, how to set it up on local environment. All things you can read here. You can use this guide to set up this project locally. Next we have branches, which is also a git concepts. You can see that when you click on this, you can see that there are lot of branches here, but there are two branches. One is main, and the second is master. Some project has main, some project has master. So these are the main branches so these are the main branches which code is in production. You can see that this project have 281 branches, but the main is most master branch. When you contribute to open source, you always have to make your own branch and then push code to it. So branch is basically a copy of this code, or a workspace where you can experiment stuff, you can change code without affecting the main or master branch. Let's go back to our whiteboard. So I have explained you some contribution or workflow. Next we have communication. So this is most important part in open source. You have to be a clear communicator. You have to explain everything. You are responsible for your own code, and if you have any like if you have some issues about code, or you pick a issue and you did not understand it well, you can always ask in their communities. Every open source project have some Discord or Slack community you can join. And you can ask there. So people are very helpful. They are always open to help you in open source. So communication is very important, and one more important thing that I recommend to add a demo video in every PR that you made, because it everyone can code with AI, but AI can't do a demo video of the code that you have added or changed. So some people have set up a bot that will spam make spam PRs without any other thing. Like, let me show you some examples. So this is one more project. Here you can see that some PRs, like if I filter it by my own, and if I go to any of my merged PR, you can see that I always add a demo video, and that is very helpful for validating the code contribution, yeah, that we have done. You can see that in this demo video I am showing that everything is working fine. Everything is working fine. And so this PR have changed 69 files, and it is also a bounty PR. I got $50 for it. You can see that. And let me show you some spam PRs that are AI slope, and people have no idea what they have done. You can see that for this specific issue, which have about $50 bounties, there are a lot of PRs that are closed. So the red mark is like closed without merged. You can see that if you can see that it have some information, but it did not have demo video. So that's why the maintainer have closed it. Like, he's a founder and he has closed this. You can see that in this uh, you can see that in this project there are very people that have implemented both. Like, here you can see that this code is generated by Cloud Code, and you can see that it have changed 35 files, and it have added support of 3 LLMs. The issue was for adding one LLM, so that's why this PR also got closed. And sometimes the maintainer block that people or that GitHub profile from contributing to their projects, because he know that he is using AI to spam our project. He block it, and then he will not able to comment on their issues, not able to get it assigned. So that's why it is also very important to not make these low quality PRs that will spam the projects, and also that will be against to the project guidelines. So I think you have much idea about what is difference between a good PR and a bad PR. Now let's go back to our whiteboard. So next we have our last step, which is about growth and opportunities. So there are many ways to earn money from open source, like there are bounty programs, there are open source paid programs, and you can also get a job by open source. You can build a profile that you can leverage in your resume, and when you apply to other mm, when you apply to other jobs, it will also help there. So there are two things, like building projects with AI or contributing to open source. The second thing, contributing to open source, have much higher value on your resume than building a projects with AI, because everyone can build a project, but no, not everyone can contribute to open source. Let me show you some platforms. Like, we have a program like Google Summer of Code that is about that pays about $700 to $3,000 based on the project size. Yeah, in this year I also got into GSoC with Apache Beam. There are also other programs called LFX, mentorship, outreachy. One more program which is also great called Summer of Bitcoin, which is more relevant to open source Bitcoin projects. So you can explore these projects, and you can go to resources.devweekends.com. Here you can find all the information about the open source projects. You can see that here all the information about Google Summer of Code, Linux Foundation, MLH, SOB, Google Season of Docs. These all are paid programs that pay you in dollars and have much higher impact on your resume. You can compare all of these projects and get their dates. I highly recommend you to apply for these projects and try to get selected. It's a great opportunity in open source. Next, we have some bounties. Like if you go to algora.io/bounties, you can see that there are many bounties open by projects. When you click on it, it will redirect to you that on specific issue. You can talk to maintainer here and try to get it assigned. Uh, when you click on when you land on this issue, you can read issue, you can make your understanding, then you can comment on this issue like, hey, I am interested in issue, here is my plan how I will implement this stuff, uh, assign it to me. So most probably if you have a good plan, the maintainers will assign these issues to you, and I will recommend you to get the issue assigned first, then start contributing to it. Because if you pick issue that is already assigned to anyone else, you will got the opportunity, or you will have very low chance of getting PR merged. So here you can explore some open source bounties. We also There is also one more way, which is about PR hackathons that are run by many companies that are open source. I also recently got second in one hackathon, which is organized by a YC open source startup. So this is also another way to earn money from open source. And if you have contributed very thoughtfully to a company, let's say there is a company which is open source, and you are contributing very high level, and you have a much understanding of the projects, and you have contributed a lot from 3 to 6 months, then they will be hiring for an engineer. uh, you are already contact with that company and the maintainers. You can directly pitch to the maintainers like, hey, I see your job posting, you are hiring, I am available for it, let me know the next steps, or let me know what is the interview process. So you have a much higher chance of getting hired, other than a people who are just applying through their job board. So I will add all these website links and sources in the YouTube video description. You can watch there, or you can explore the links on your own. Now I already have explained you the money path, and one more thing which is important is like mistake to avoid. Don't spam any project. If you have not understanding of the issue, just leave it. Go to another issue, or go to another project that aligns with your skill set. Uh, Now the next is like asking to be get assigned without reading. You go to issue and you just comment like the other people, assign it to me. So that is very bad impression. Without reading the issue, you comment on it that assign it to me. Next step is like huge unrelated PRs. Like the PR I showed you earlier, that the issue was only for DeepSeek integration. So the guy who made that PR integrated the Grok and the one more LLM. So he have done three LLMs instead of one, which was issue of DeepSeek. That's why the PR got closed. There are many reasons to get closed, so that was also one reason. So you have to only change the related code that are relevant to that issue or that feature. And the next is like adding a you always have to add a demo video. If you don't add any test, a screenshot or some other things, you have very low chances of getting your PR merged. Then you can always ask for a review from maintainers, so they will help you in reviewing your PR and telling you what's wrong, what's to fix, and how you can fix that. Then you can, after fixing, you can push the code to the PR. One more thing is like contributing only for bounties. You go to one project and you see bounties, then you start contributing to it. So that's not a very uh, best way. You have to understand the projects. You can't contribute for only for money, because if you have interest in that project, then you can find more ways, like you can have a chance to getting hired there. So if you are only there for money, so I will not recommend you going only for money, because if you if you have interest in that project, then you can contribute well. If you go only for money, so there are only some bounties that are open at time, and there are lot of traffic on that. Then the last step is AI slow PRs. You don't have to just copy paste the link of issue, like hey Claude or hey GPT, this is the issue, make a PR for it. So you don't have to do that. Next, we have some communication template. You can build your own templates, like if you see an issue, read it, and then you can give your template and the brief description about issues, and you can uh, write a good message using AI, any LLM, and comment on the PR. Your then we have your first PR checklist is like go to the projects you like. So let me tell you how you can find the projects that you want to contribute. So this step is like how you can find the projects that you want to contribute to it. First of all, you have to understand your skill set. If you have AI engineering knowledge, you have done one stack, full stack, Java, Rust, any language or any technologies you know, write it down to LLM. Like you can go to Claude and or GPT and turn on deep research. Then ask like, hey Claude, I know Munstack and some AI engineering. I want to contribute to open source. So give find some 10 projects and sort it based on the difficulty for me. I am a beginner. And then you enable deep research and search for it. So it will find 10 projects based on your skill set. So this is the best way to find open source projects to contribute. You can also go to like YC companies. If you search for YC open source startups, you can find a list of Y Combinator startups that are open source, and you can have a chance to getting hired there by contributing to it. So you can see by batches and all this. When you click on any startup, you can find their GitHub. Go to GitHub, see their repo, like this is in Python. If you know Python, you can fork it, clone it, then you can start looking at issues, and then you can make PR. So that is another way. So I think the best way is to go to LLM and search for what is search for like, this is my skill set and I want to contribute to open source. Give me some startups or give me some best projects to contribute to it. So that's the two methods of finding open source projects. And you can also find one more method. You can also find by like, you can GSoC organizations when you search for this. And if you go to GSoC which is a website, you can find some projects. When you filter by 2026, here you can find some organizations that appear in Google Summer of Code. You can go to their website, you can browse their projects and start contributing to it if it's aligns with your skill set. So that's all the process about how to find projects to contribute. What is a PR? What is a fork? All these fancy terms. So the core principle is open source is not a shortcut, it is a professional habit of understanding projects, make useful changes, and clearly learn from reviews and building trust over time. So it is not happening overnight. You have to put time in it. You can only put much time in it if you like the project and if you are using it in your daily life. So start contributing, build your profile, and it will helps you in a longer run. And it will also help you to build your GitHub profile, which you can later share with the recruiter. So this is a simple timeline like pick project, run locally, change plus test, then open up here. So that's a very simple way. So if you guys want more videos on this, just let me know in comments. I will make more videos in which I will show how show from cloning a repo to contribute to one issue. So this is a complete blueprint. It's already 27-minute long video. So I think we should wrap up, and thanks for watching. All the links are in the descriptions. Comment if you have faced any issues. You can reach me on LinkedIn or Twitter. So thanks for watching. Bye.